It's such a beautiful thing to realize that you have everything you need right now to create and live the life you want to live, and to start living it today. So maybe you're scared. What if you don't make friends? It could be dangerous. But what if it's awesome? What is fear but a vehicle for growth? We're so wrapped up in thinking and overthinking and making perfect plans that we end up doing nothing. Seeing the world through a screen is not enough. And it's up to you to get out there, to say yes to traveling. 10 years from now, you want to be able to say, I chose my life. I didn't settle for it, because trust me, you have nothing to lose and a world to see. If you've ever dreamt of seeing the best of Greece, Italy, and Eastern Europe all mishmashed into one glorious place but haven't found it, a paradise like that does exist, and it's called Croatia. Hi, I'm Adrienne Finch, and last August, I embarked on a life-changing 12-day voyage with EF Ultimate Break. This was my third trip with EF, and I can honestly say I would take it 10 times again. It was hands down the best trip I've ever taken. From getting to know the rich culture and history of Croatia's second largest city, to hopping aboard a 6-day, 6-night cruise down the beautiful Adriatic coast, not to mention the flourishing nightlife. I left Croatia with unforgettable memories and lifelong friends.
We have made it to Croatia. Woo!
So the trip started out in Split.
Today's official day one.
Where we got our first taste of Croatia's variety of influences. From Spanish-inspired fortresses to Eastern European dialects, it really is the best of all worlds. Here we had our welcome mixer where we could get to know our fellow shipmates and took a guided tour of the beautiful city.
Split. So pretty.
Because it was under the rule of many empires, including Roman and Austro-Hungarian, the culture, architecture, and food speaks to the varying styles. Split is also the home of our new favorite restaurant, Terminal F. Not kidding, Morgan and I spent every single night in Split, and sometimes twice a day, at Terminal F, where our favorite waiter, Tony, took the best care of us.
This is like our literal 5th time at Terminal F.
The past 5 days.
We have basically lived at Terminal F. We're here again. We had to say goodbye to Terminal F.
By the way, I highly recommend their peach frozen margarita, but all the frozen margaritas are bomb. Also, while in Split, we took a 15-minute Uber to this beach, which had the most beautiful rocky cove and made for some great photo ops. The next day, it was time for our first excursion to Krka National Park, also known as the home to the Krka waterfalls. A short hike ends next to a series of cascading waterfalls that lead into a basin where you can take a swim and try not to fall off the rocks.
Look where we are! It's so pretty!
Want to check another country off your list? I know that I did. Next up was a day trip to Mostar, one of Bosnia's most beautiful cities. The view of Mostar's iconic bridge made the whole day so worth it. It was tough convincing people that this was actually a real place and not a Bob Ross painting, and I don't blame them as I had a hard time believing it myself. It was gorgeous. Before I knew it, it was day 5, the most anticipated day of the trip.
Today is the day we get on the boat. So we're about to go down to the bus and head to the boat. I feel like I've been waiting for this moment this entire trip, so let's go.
It was time to say bye to Split, for now, board our majestic boat, and set sail down the Adriatic coast. I have to be honest, I had no idea what living on a boat like this would be like, but that was a good thing. No expectations meant no letdowns. The cabins were small and had character, as can be expected aboard a maritime boat like this, but it was the sporadic 60-second power outages, top deck dance parties, and being woken up by the engines turning on at 6 a.m. that truly made for an unforgettable experience. So a typical day on the boat usually went like this. Our boat would leave anywhere from 6 to 8 a.m.
It is 7:30.
And we were free to get up and grab breakfast in the dining room whenever. Our resident bartender and hype man, Dario, served as our best friend and resource whenever we needed something. Around midday, we'd anchor somewhere along the way for a swim break in the bluest water you have ever seen.
About to jump in.
We'd then have lunch on the boat before setting sail again until we reached the port of our next destination. Depending on when we arrived, we could explore the city on our own or with a tour guide, grab dinner and drinks by the water, and go out to bars or nightclubs. Oh yeah, there was partying. And as long as we were back on the boat before it left the next morning, we were free to move about the town as we pleased.
But hold on, it's boat tour time. Welcome to my cabin on this boat. Life is not too bad. Let's go. Starting at the very back of the boat, this is the very back on the middle level. So there are 3 levels, the bottom deck, main level, and the upper deck. So if we walk along, basically both sides look the same. So we have cabins over here, and the cabins are where people live, take showers, and go to the bathroom. Each cabin has a private bathroom, which is super cool. If you turn down here, these are the stairs to get down to the bottom deck. We're gonna end down there, but you can come from either side, as you can see. If we keep going along here, we have a beautiful view. This is the kitchen. Hello, pretty. That's where all the food is prepared, and it's all amazing and delicious, and we love it, so thanks. If we keep going, here is the dining room. This is where we can basically get coffee. There's a bar back here for drinks, water, so that we always have fresh water aboard. And then these are the tables that we have all of our meals at. There's Dario. Hi, Dario. He's the best. He's our, I don't even know what to call him, but he's great. He feeds us shots. Anyway, every morning, all the tables are set up, and then we have lunch on the boat as well, and sometimes we even have dinner. But usually one of the meals per day we eat out in whatever town we're in. So then, if you keep walking forward, make our way up to the front of the boat. Here is the front of the boat. You've probably seen it in photos. It's just really, really pretty. You can always see where we're headed. And then if you turn around, we make our way up to the top deck. This is where all the fun happens. The tanning, the jumping, the music, the dancing, the drinking. So we got our lawn chairs where we like to sunbathe. We got some benches on the side. And as you can see, we're pretty high up now, so we like to jump off there during our swim breaks. Here we have the captain's quarters, or where he actually drives the boat from, which is cool. There's a bar right here. At night they'll put like speakers and lights and all that cool stuff. And then we have some people. So yep, we like to lay out and chill. And yeah, this is where all the fun and magic happen. Lots of beer gets spilled on this ground. Then if we go back down this side, we have the captain, and then we have more quarters. These are each rooms, as you can see. Oh, sneak peek. So these are all rooms on the top deck, which honestly I think would be really cool to live in. And then in the back, we have this awesome little area if you wanted to chill in the shade but still be outside. Again, the other side of the boat is the exact same. Here you can hang out some of your stuff to dry because it has a really hard time getting dry down in your rooms. And the only way to get back down is off the front of the boat again. So if we go back down onto the main deck, and right past our dining room, we have the stairway. The bottom deck, or as I like to call it, the dungeon. Here's an overview. It's a double room, so there are 2 beds, but we each have singles, so this is just my room. A pretty cramped bathroom, but you got all your normal goods: sink, toilet, mirror, and then the funniest part is the shower. So basically, you turn on the faucet, and then you go like this, and then the shower head turns on, and you literally just shower yourself in the middle of the bathroom. It is very interesting, but it does the job. So that's that. When we start sailing, I know because I can feel it, but also I can see the water right out my little window.
You can find the full itinerary in my description box as well as on the EF site, but I'm gonna tell you my highlights and my absolute faves. Our boat got stuck in the middle of the ocean.
All right, our boat is officially stuck, and we're literally getting rescued by another boat. Save us! SOS!
Yeah, we literally almost capsized.
A little stressful moment, but we are being saved. Woo! They're saving us!
The sunset in Korcula, sunrise yoga on the deck of our boat.
We yogaed and we flowed. It was good, I'm sweating.
The white party.
White party life!
Our absolutely incredible tour guide, Ivana.
Ivana gave us little Croatia souvenirs.
And so many more unforgettable memories.
1, 2, 3.
If you guys want to check out this EF trip, I highly, highly recommend. The link will be in my description box, and you can use the code Adrienne100 for $100 off any EF Ultimate Break trip. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next adventure.